Hi Aaron. Today I'm going to talk about my special interest as per your request, or maybe it was a demand. Either way, the special interest I decided to choose was my Scottish heritage, something I've been a little bit borderline obsessed with a long time, specifically Clan Lamont, which is spelled Lamont, pronounced Lamont, as in like lamb, and the word it. It's something I found out about years ago, and so I put together a little script, because you know how nerdy I am. I know there's a lot of words on there, and it's a very small font, but either way, I'm going to get through it, and that's what I want to talk about. So bear with me. I'm going to go through the script, because it's more fun this way. I am a descendant of the Clan Lamont, which is a Scottish Highland clan. Before getting into the clan itself, I'd like to look at Scottish clans briefly as a foundation. Scottish clans come from the Gaelic word clan, which means roughly progeny. The purpose of clans is to create a sense of belonging, a common location, as well as a shared ancestral line to Scotland. The modern conception of a distinct clan tartan, however, is a rather contemporary invention, arguably brought forth by the Scottish author Sir Walter Scott. Little known fact. Due to the growing fame, let's look back. Due to the growing fame of Sir Walter Scott in the 1820s, he was granted the title of baronet, which is essentially a royal fundraising title rank for commoners like you and I. Really, it's nothing. Anyhow, Scott organized the visit of King George IV to Scotland in 1822. Scott created a Sir Scott created a Scotland full of pageantry and hoopla, which included colorful kilts and clan-specific tartans, designating separate heraldries under the reign of King George. As a result of these festivities, tartans and kilts were made fashionable, and they were turned into symbols of Scottish national identity. In the end, the tartan and kilt are badges that designate clan membership and affiliation. Generally, clans identified not with tartans but with geographic areas originally controlled by clan chiefs and their clan castles, with regular clan gatherings that brought clan members together. There's a lot of clan in there, not the other clan, Scottish clan. You might rightfully notice now that clan membership is not necessarily a result of blood relations directly, but historically a tie to the land. That is, membership to clan was based upon location and to which clan chief one's allegiance went to. Indeed, the whole system is a system of class distinction, of caring for the master of the land. Shitty as that is, it is what it is. Today, however, clan membership is global as bodies have dispersed around the globe. Membership typically consists of your simply joining and playing the game, so to speak. I'm a member of the Clan Lamont, as I said, interestingly, due to both sides of my family, which is not by actual direct ties at all. It's just very fascinating. My grandmother is a Lemon. My grandfather on my mother's side, the white side of my mom's heritage, is Patrick. Both of these names are connected surnames to the Clan Lamont. Clan Lamont is a Scottish Highland clan, not to be mistaken for the Lowlands, whose clan system sparked much later historically than the Highlands. And the Highland clans are the ones that you see often portrayed on television, like Braveheart, anything in pop culture, any cartoon renditions of people, usually in kilts and with their bagpipes, they tend to be the Highland version of the Scots. That is for another history lesson for another time. Anyways, back to now Clan Lamont specifically. Clan Lamont claims descent from Lomond, who lived in Cowal in 1238 AD. The story goes that Lomond is a descendant from an Irish prince of the O'Neill dynasty, marking a transnational heraldry between Ireland and Scotland. Like many clans, Lamont then claims descent from Aranthan O'Neill, who left Ireland and came to Scotland in the 11th century. Clearly, the ancestry dates further back, but I'll end here on that note. In short, though, Lamont is one of the oldest Scottish clans and has specific and recorded dates back to the 6th century, marrying between Norse and Celtic ties. Lamonts were known as lawmen and were the keepers of much land. They were a highly political family, keeping ties to the wealthiest of the family, specifically the royalty, so they were kiss-ass pieces of shit, but I won't get into that part. In turn, however, the Lamonts, specifically the chief at the time, paid dearly for these ties when the Scots began to rise against the Brits. Clan Campbell specifically overran Lamont territory, capturing castles Ascog and Tord. First is Ascog, and then Tord. These were on the land of the Lamonts, among other ones as well, and these were taken over by Clan Campbell. The clan chief of Lamont surrendered and was imprisoned for 5 years, while over 100 Lamonts were slaughtered by the Campbells. In 1906, the Clan Lamont Society erected a monument remembering those fallen Lamonts at Dunan. Today, Clan Lamont persists in different ways. through what's called the Clan Lammet Society. The present chief lives in Australia. Yes, we still have clan chiefs. Each clan does have a registered chief, and our chief, Clan Lammet, lives in Australia and is named Peter Noel Lammet. He's a member of the Standing Council of Scottish Chiefs. The Clan Lammet Society, however, specifically was formed in 1895 with the purpose of keeping alive our values and our traditions. Turning now to the specific symbols of the clan, we'll let you know about the current items that tend to my line, to my kilt, and also my affiliation. First is the crest badge. The clan crest, however, I want to say is an inherent misnomer, as there is no such thing as a clan crest. The crest itself is the property of the clan chief, who I mentioned, Peter Noel Lammet, exclusively, and it is protected under Scottish law. What I'm allowed to do, and anyone else, including yourself, Aaron, or any other viewers out there that's spying on us, if you wanted to wear one of these clan crests or the badges, it's perfectly fine. It's just not yours. The actual crest itself belongs not even to the clan, it belongs to the chief, and it's the chief's sole propriety. It's what he is or she is allowed to, I believe it's still only men, who are allowed to change it, alter it, whatever the case is. As a member of the clan, I can wear the badge as a show of allegiance to my clan and my chief, but it is not my particular crest or my badge. It is never to be worn in color and ought to only be ever in silver or white metal if it's ever ingrained in something. And I'll show you kind of like this, but that's not my crest, that's a bagpiper. And a pewter, I have another one. And if it's ever illustrated, it has to be a monochrome, meaning that there cannot be colors. The belt cannot be colored. The crest contains a few key elements. There is the dexter hand in the middle, and it's open at the wrist proper. The dexter hand is the right hand, and open at the wrist proper means that it's cut off at the wrist. That's why you only see the right hand. The reason for the dexter hand is linked to the Celtic origins of Clan Lammet. In our history, we are descended from the supposed sun god of the Celts. And so in other renditions, the dexter hand, the right hand, is actually red, which is a direct link to the sun god of the Celts. Surrounding the hand and connected to the hand is the clan motto, which reads in Gaelic, pardon my pronunciation, Ne parcas ne spurnis, which roughly translates to neither spare nor dispose. Underneath the hand, you'll see a little, looks like a twisted sausage. That's called the wreath. The wreath is a little thingy that's placed below the crest, which is the hand, to show that it is a heraldic crest and not something else. There's also a cap that can be put there, but our clan doesn't deal with that because we're not part of nobility in that particular way. Now below, at the very base of the belt, you're going to see what's a coronet. It looks like a three-prong crown at the base of the belt. It's actually a crown, a three-point crown. And this is an antique crown, and it refers to the high rank of the clan. It means that we're a high-ranking clan, but we're not quite sovereign. So we're kind of in that middle place there, which is interesting. Each crest is surrounded by the buckled Highland belt. Now we're going to look at the clan badge. The clan badge, often called the plant badge, is an emblem, usually a sprig of a specific plant, used to identify a member of a particular clan. They're usually worn in a bonnet behind the Scottish crest badge. Historically though, like for me it might be behind my own little pewter thing. Historically they were worn in battle to delineate friend from foe. Those are the reasons. So you look around and you'd say, oh, you're from the same clan. It's easier to spot. And they weren't really wearing necessarily badges the way we can like this today. Clan Lammet's clan badge is the crabapple tree, which is the only indigenous apple tree in Britain, throughout all of Britain in fact. So that's actually our sprig.